right, increasingly, this is one of the conversations we had this afternoon. More and more companies are going woke. You know, it becomes especially clear each June during Pride Month when the rainbows come out. But for most of the year, it's not always clear which companies are supporting or even actively pushing radical and leftist agendas. Well, one company is doing something about that. Join me now to talk about a new app that he and his team have developed is Michael Seifert. He is the founder and CEO of Public Square. Michael, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you, Tony, for having me. Glad to be here.
So, Michael, we met a number of years ago at J.H. Ranch, which something I've talked about on the program many times where I've taken all my kids. This is something you've kind of entered into this public space. So you're a young guy. Why getting involved in these issues?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of ways I could answer that, but our country's in a very pivotal time, and it feels like if I were not to step up and take a stand for the things that I believe in, that not only would my family suffer the consequences of that, but the generation that comes after us. And we did meet at J.H. Ranch, and that's a great organization that tries to instill life purpose in the next generation and believes that the greatest way to do that is starting with the family unit. So I was raised up in a culture, organizations like that taught me what it looks like to create a legacy. And my wife and I are actually expecting our first child in about 6 weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so the issues become very personal. Thomas Paine said, if a battle may come, let it be in my day, so that my children may know peace. So for us, it feels like if we don't stand up now, if we don't try to create this new economy that's centered around the values that we hold dear, our nation will suffer irreparable damage that my kids are going to have to deal with. And so it's kind of now or never. And we've experienced tremendous success as we've stood. God has really blown wind in our sails, so we're going to keep running.
So we're talking about stewardship issues, really, because we can vote at the ballot box, and we can elect leaders. But then we see how corporate America, just like we saw with Disney in Florida, bullying the governor and others, using their corporate clout to try to shape the policy. Explain how this tool counterbalances that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, woke corporatism has ravaged our country in a lot of ways. And often, if you want to look at why political decisions are made, look at where the money's going and who benefits from it financially. And so as we've seen progressive policies start to infect the marketplace, that's left tens of millions of Americans like myself, conservative Americans. I love my Lord and I love my country. And the values that made it so special in the first place, that woke corporatism has made it hard for us to have a place to shop and support businesses that support our values. We're left wondering, well, where the heck am I supposed to turn? So what we've done with Public Square, publicsq.com, is we've actually created a tool where you can learn all the businesses near you and nationally online that support your values. If you are a freedom-loving, liberty-minded American, you have an entire network, a database of coffee shops, restaurants, plumbers, electricians, banks, lenders that all have agreed with a set of values to stand and say, I love my country and the freedoms that it protects. That way you know that you're not having to fund abortion with a coffee purchase. You're not having to fund stripping of Second Amendment rights with a bank transaction. Instead, you get to know that for the purchase of your life, you're moving the power structures of society back toward we the people and the values that have made it special.
And so it's not only the consumers that are interested, but also the businesses are looking to try to maybe separate themselves from all these woke corporations?
Absolutely. Small businesses have felt the effects of this. I mean, I think it was one of the greatest crimes against humanity I've ever witnessed that Amazon during the COVID season was preaching about the need for lockdowns while they were the very institution that was profiting off of them. Meanwhile, 43% of small businesses in LA had to close down. I think that's a big problem. So when small businesses finally feel like there's a network for them, they're thanking us every day, and it's an honor to be
So Michael, explain how it works for the consumer.
So it's completely free for the consumer and the business to join. The best place to start is publicsq.com. When you're there, you'll see an ability to sign up for an account, and you're going to be dropped into an experience where you can shop online with thousands of businesses around the country that share your values and can't wait to serve you from all different industries. You can also shop local, so you can connect with the businesses that are actually in your geographical location. And what's really neat is it's a social commerce experience. So while you're there, there's an ability to chat with other users, chat with the business owners, hear their thoughts, and it's completely free. And so it's a very easy, user-friendly experience. We just launched nationwide 9 weeks ago. So this is available no matter where you are in these glorious United States.
And then there's some incentives that are on there for people to shop with these pro-American businesses.
Absolutely. We ran a market research study last spring where we asked American conservative consumers from 27 states how many of you would drive 10 minutes farther or spend 10% more to spend every dollar in alignment with your values. 98% said yes. So what we're doing to take it even a step further is saying, what if you didn't have to drive farther? What if you didn't have to spend more? What if we could actually ask these businesses to give you a discount to shop there? Now, over a third of the businesses on the Public Square platform will actually give you a discount just so you'll go to their business and support them as a Public Square member. It's really
That's
cool.
a great idea.
Thank you.
Michael, so again, give out the website one more time.
publicsq.com.
All right. And you were on one of the panels this afternoon talking about how to take on woke corporate America. And I think we can talk about the problem, but we've got to bring a solution.
Amen.
And this is one of them. Michael, so good to see you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
All right.